I became a minimalist around 8 years ago when I started noticing that I was living my life on autopilot. I was moving through my days and doing things without much thought about what I truly wanted and needed. This realization made me rethink how I was living, and as I reflected more deeply, I saw that many aspects of my life were not serving me and could be simplified. So in this video, I will share 7 reasons why I became a minimalist and how it has completely transformed my life. The biggest mindset shift that started my minimalist journey was when I realized that our world is crazy. The speed of modern life is just insane. The pace of life today is unlike anything humanity has ever known, and I think our surroundings reflect that. Our homes are overflowing with things, stuff we bought, collected, or were gifted, much of it forgotten in closets and drawers. Instead of giving us comfort or joy, it often feels like another burden to manage in an already overwhelming world. And certainly this relentless speed has consequences, like chronic stress and burnout have become so common that they feel almost inevitable. A significant number of frontline workers report feeling overwhelmed by job-related information, with 83% experiencing some degree of information overload, contributing to stress and mistakes. So it's not just about what we are doing, it's about what we are missing. When was, for example, the last time you truly noticed a sunrise, or went out to see a sunrise, or had a slow, meaningful conversation with someone without checking your phone? In this race to do more, we have traded depth for speed and presence for productivity. People think that minimalists are extreme or crazy, but after realizing all this, I think the minimalist lifestyle for me started to sound much more sane option, because it offers a chance to reclaim a sense of calm and create space for a life that feels intentional and balanced. The second reason why I became a minimalist was to break free from the chains of consumerism. Modern life can feel like a trap, or this relentless cycle of buying, upgrading, and working harder to buy more and then repeating it all over again. The bigger the house, the newer the phone, the trendier the clothes, the better we are supposed to feel. But instead of fulfillment, all this striving often leaves us feeling empty, disconnected, and just simply wanting more. I feel like this lifestyle or philosophy of consumerism is just whispering in our ear that we are not enough as we are, that if we just had this one thing, we would finally feel complete. But that is the trap, isn't it? Because as soon as we get it, there's always something else to chase. The truth is that material things can't fill emotional gaps. They can't fix loneliness, heal insecurities, or provide lasting happiness. The most happiest moments of my whole life had nothing to do with things. Quite the opposite, actually. They were just moments where there were no distractions, just pure life and presence, being fully there and enjoying that moment. And what's worse is how much of our time and energy this whole cycle consumes. Think about how many hours we spend working to afford these things that we might not even need, or scroll through endless social media posts comparing our lives to others. So for me, minimalism became a way to say basically no to this. It's a quiet rebellion, quiet act against all this. It's a refusal to let possessions define my worth or dictate my choices. 3. Redefine the concept of enough. The idea of enough is deeply personal, yet we rarely stop to define it for ourselves. Instead, it's shaped by a world that tells us to always aim higher. We're told that success means more achievements, more possessions, more everything. But when you take a step back, it's really worth asking, enough for what? And maybe more importantly, enough for whom? This undefined pursuit of more doesn't just clutter our homes or our schedules, it really clutters our minds. What I have realized is that we don't actually need a lot to be happy. Now my enough or idea of enough has been reached in so many ways already. I have the clothes I need, the friendships that matter, and the basics that truly fulfill me. And now I can focus all that time and energy in other things. And I want to emphasize that this isn't about giving up ambition or settling for less if you don't want to settle for less. It's about choosing a path that feels intentional rather than reactive. When you stop living your life by someone else's definition of enough, you reclaim your ability to focus on what fills your life with meaning. And when that happens, the need for more fades into the background and is replaced by a quiet sense of contentment that feels much more fulfilling than any achievement or purchase ever could, or at least that is my personal experience. 4. Get more out of everything. We live in a culture that values width over depth. We are encouraged to try every hobby, meet as many people as possible, or get as many friends as possible, and cram our schedules with experiences, tasks, and achievements. And on the surface, this might seem enriching. This may seem like a good life that's full of abundance, there's a lot of things, but I think that in practice, going wide means we touch a lot of things lightly, but rarely dive deep enough to truly experience or understand them. It's kind of like what you are doing now, watching YouTube videos, and instead of watching this one single video to the end or any video to the end, you just watch the intro of 100 videos and then click to the next one. I mean, what's the point? By going deep, we create stronger relationships, we gain skills or even mastery in our pursuits, and find a richer, more meaningful way of living. For example, after simplifying my life, I started to notice the small, everyday moments that I had been rushing past before. A warm cup of coffee in the morning, the sound of birds outside my window, or even just the way sunlight filters through a curtain. And I have to admit, by focusing on them, I kind of found joy that I didn't even know was missing. I tapped into something that I didn't even know existed before. So ultimately, it's about reclaiming your attention. Our time and focus are some of the most precious resources we have these days, at least in my opinion, yet we give them away so easily to things that don't truly matter. The 5th reason why I became a minimalist was to keep life light and free. I feel like life has a way of weighing us down, often without us even noticing that. And here I'm not just talking about physical possessions that we accumulate, but also about the obligations, the expectations, and the social pressures that we take on. All these can feel like things that are holding us back from the life that we want. So for me, minimalism became a way to start cutting those ties until I could finally feel a sense of lightness. Fewer things mean fewer decisions. Fewer decisions mean less mental clutter. And less mental clutter means more freedom. When you are not tied down by so much, you are free to move, adapt, and follow what brings you joy. And I really want to keep my life flexible, to have the ability to make quick changes if I want to, whether it's taking on a new adventure, pursuing a passion, or simply choosing to rest. This freedom that I now have, or I've been able to create, allows me to be more spontaneous, more present, and more aligned with my values. It's about having the flexibility to say yes to opportunities that really excite me, and the ability at the same time to walk away from things that no longer serve me. 6. I became a minimalist to do the right thing, because the reality is that the way we consume today isn't just overwhelming, it is unsustainable. The wealthiest 20% of the world's population accounts for a staggering 86% of total private consumption, while the poorest 20% consume just 1.3%. At the same time, we are overusing Earth's natural resources by more than 70%. And then there's the fashion industry, which generates 92 million tons of clothing-related waste every single year. Waste that comes from a culture of buying cheap, fast, and disposable. So for me, minimalism is a way to step away from that system. It's about consuming less, wasting less, and living in a way that feels kinder to the world. And at least for me, there's a deep sense of fulfillment that comes from knowing that I am contributing, even in a small way, to a better future. It's about doing the right thing, not because it is easy, but because it matters. 7. I became a minimalist to find a true me. I feel like in the constant noise of modern life, it is very easy to lose touch with who we truly are. But I think most of us, deep down at least, know that there's a version of us that is untouched by all that, a true, authentic self just waiting to be discovered, or that's at least how I felt going through all these things, going through this transformation. So minimalism gave me and has given me, still giving me the space to reconnect with that version of myself. It's like peeling back the layers of distractions and conditioning to rediscover that person underneath. And for me, that has been, I think, one of the most, if not the most, rewarding parts of becoming a minimalist. Many people start simplifying just to get rid of some stuff, but realize that it's actually much more than that. And that's why I gathered the key things that has transformed my life over the past 8 years into a step-by-step online course that is called Simple Life Blueprint, which is designed to help you build a simpler, minimalist life that works for you and maintain that long term. This course is right for you if you are tired of distractions, stress, and clutter taking over your life. You're ready for a simpler, more minimalist lifestyle, but want more practical tools and guidance to get there. And you are looking for more structured support beyond just watching YouTube videos. And just to be honest with you, here's a list of things how you know it is not right for you. If you're looking for a quick fix with low effort, if you are solely interested in decluttering your living space, because this course is a framework to go deeper than that and simplify much more, starting from your life vision. Or if you're already taking significant action to simplify your life, or if you're already a minimalist. In that case, you will most likely not need this course. It's designed to be more beginner friendly than this super advanced course that if you are like a top-tier minimalist already, you actually need. Here's what 2 students thought about it. The course gave me clarity and direction on how to live a simpler and more intentional life. I'm really grateful for this course. This course sparked motivation to design my life more intentionally and regain control over my free time. For this week only, I'm offering Simple Life Blueprint with 50% off. It's the biggest sale that I have ever done and likely ever will. So click the link in the description to learn more about the course, and if this feels like the right next step for you, make sure to get it before the 50% sale ends. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to stay kind and meaningful in your own beautiful journey. See you in the next one or in the course. Ciao.